Hey everyone. It's been a while, huh? It's been a while. This is Keisha with Imperial Custom Printing. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Um, Sorry for being gone so long and not posting things, but uh it's been pretty like dead, you know? It's the slow season, as everyone knows. And I had a kind of rough lesson, around that one because I really had no idea that the slow season lasted through March. So yeah, that was a little shocking for me because I wasn't prepared for that. Like I thought that the slow season was from like December to November to like maybe the beginning of January. I was wrong. That's very wrong. Um, I suppose it could slow down depending on who you're working with or whatever, but um, yeah, January was really dead for me. I got no orders at all, none, zero. So it was kind of crappy, and I had to like work on that mentally because I was like, oh my god, is it something I'm doing wrong? Oh my gosh, like don't want to end up in the red, and I ended up actually, if I haven't mentioned this already, I think I did, but I picked up a part-time job um I think in the beginning of December. I honestly don't even know. Um but I picked that up to just kind of like carry me over through what I thought would be January, and I was like, okay, January I'm gonna like quit, and because there should be some stuff rolling in. I mean, I wasn't gonna be like willy-nilly buy with nothing, but I was just expecting orders to be coming in January, and that didn't happen at all. So I was a little disappointed by that, but I mean, it's normal. So I went on Facebook and I was like, I'm in a couple of groups, and I was like, "What's going on? Why is this happening?" They're like, "Well, it's the slow season." I'm like, "I thought the slow season was over." Nope, it's not. You still got like pretty much 2 months to go, and I'm like, "Oh." So yeah, things are getting better though. So it's now February 2nd, which is crazy because I feel like January kind of just flew by. But um, I've been starting in January. I started doing more networking because it was like, well, I don't have any orders, so I might as well, spend this time trying to network, get back out there and go to events, and figure out, you know, what are some different ways I can get myself out there that's not the usual, like, oh, go to, the chamber events, or go to, where I see a lot of the same people. So I started experimenting with that, and so I ended up joining this, I guess it's a group. I don't know. I guess it's a group or something, but it's called iTex. It's nationwide as far as I know, but it's a bartering platform. And so I got on there. I was kind of skeptical about it because I was like, bartering? That's not real money. Like, can't pay my bills with bartering money. I really didn't understand how it worked, but I've been in that for, yeah, she started me in January. So I've been on that for a month now, and I got my first sale 2 days ago. So yay. And I don't know if you guys don't like, if you understand what bartering is. So it's an alternative to cash. So instead of using real money to buy something, you use bartering dollars, and you can use these bartering dollars as real money. Like it's not real money, but you can use it as real money in place of real money. And so you're essentially like trading services using this, bartering money. And some businesses you can use their service for like 100% barter money. Sometimes they'll, like me, I have a deal on their platform right now that's 40 shirts for $4.99, and they pay me $275. So half of it is cash. They give me $275 cash, and the other half is what they call iTex dollars. So bartering money. So now I have cash, and I also have this bartering money that I can use to buy another business's services without using my money, like cash. I can just use this bartering money. So it took me a while to grasp like the concept and see like the benefits of it, how it could work for me. But so far it's good. And they've been pushing my thing, like my deal out there for me. So I've gotten a lot of interest. I think I've got like 6 different potential clients. So I'm really digging it. But I mean, obviously that's not going to be like the main thing. It's just another way for me to network and, get some business that way. And it gets me a little bit of a profit or a little bit of cash. Like, I use that cash to buy the stuff, the blanks, if I need inks or anything, transfers or whatever. Well, and with that deal, it's ink. So they would cover that. And then the rest is profit. So that's the new thing I've been doing with that. I've been going to chamber events, but probably only like 2. I've been trying to be more picky with where I'm going because I want a certain type of client, and they're not at this other group called, they're younger professionals. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm really trying to like nail that down. And because I've wasted a lot of time going to networking events and feeling like I haven't used my time wisely because I've been talking to the wrong people. So I've been doing good lately with that. Just trying to like diversify that a little bit. So one of the things that I did that was really cool and new was a radio interview with a local small radio station here. That was a lot of fun. I've never done anything like that before. But it was really cool. The guy that owns the radio station was really cool. I met him probably like a year ago through the chamber, and he was like, yeah, just come on my show. Just call me. Like, it's free. Just come. And like, at the time I didn't feel like I had anything together enough to be on a radio station. So I just didn't take him up on that. But the lady from iTex, encouraged me to do it. And she's like, if you need to get out there, that's another way to, do it, get on the radio waves. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And he blasted me all over his YouTube, or not YouTube. Well, yes, YouTube, but mostly on Facebook. He's a Facebook kind of person. So that was cool. And I got a couple of clients from that one, which was great. In fact, I got a client from that day. Now they didn't order anything, but we started talking, we started that process. So she's like, I love that, he put you on. I love working with other women, women-owned businesses, and I would like to get some shirts from you. She's just waiting because she's a newer business. So, but she wants some stuff from me. And she's like, I'm definitely going to use you. I'm like, all right. So that came from that radio interview. And then I actually just got another possible lead from that lady. So it I got the radio interview, got this lady from that radio interview. And then this other lady that's talking to me is related to her. And this lady that I got from the radio interview blasted me too. So that's how her cousin reached out to me and was like, oh yeah, my cousin blasted your stuff all over Facebook, and I saw it and I'm interested. So cool. I'm super excited about the radio thing. I'm thinking like, okay, this might be worthwhile. I might have to keep rolling with this. So what I ended up doing was there's another radio station here that it's run by, well, it's actually on a radio station, like a main radio station. And it's run by a guy who is like really big in real estate around here. Like everybody knows who he is. Seriously, everybody knows who he is. And this is his thing is, inviting businesses that he thinks are, good businesses to put out there and promote. on his radio station, he brings them in to have an hour-long interview. So I did that yesterday. I signed up for that with him 2 weeks ago, and we did that yesterday. So it was really cool, like being in a radio station. And yeah, it was cool. So unfortunately, that he's like backed up on those because he does a lot of them. But he told me, he's like, this isn't gonna air until like the middle of March, maybe. And I was like, oh. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like instant, but I guess I wasn't expecting that either. So, but it's cool because March is a great time for that to be going out anyway. So that's cool. I'm totally fine with it. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and he was just great to work with. He really, really like focused on me getting my name out there, saying my name several times, like, and I like it. And he focused on my good qualities. I talked a little bit about myself, and he asked about my story. Like for instance, I don't know if you guys, I don't think I've ever said this, but the purple, sorry, this is like reverse, but the purple in my logo is dedicated to a best friend that I lost to ovarian cancer in 2015. So it's been almost 10 years, which is crazy. But her favorite color was blue, or I'm sorry, purple. So the color for my logo was like a no-brainer. I was like, nope, it's going to be, dedicated to her. So I told him this before the interview yesterday, and he was like, oh, you got to tell everybody, like, you've got to tell that story. And I'm like, okay. And like, logically, I know that I should be telling stuff like that, but I'm like a really private person. And it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to like I'm trying to change that, because I know that that's stuff that people want to hear. They're inspired by it. They're touched by it. And that makes my brand more human. So yeah, that is something that I'm going to be working on, or I am working on. In fact, I think I'm going to make a post about it just to get it out there. So yeah, that's been cool. And then the other thing that I've been trying as far as advertising and getting out there, is bus benches. Now I only bought one, and it was actually through iText, the thing I just told you about, the bartering company. I bought a bus bench with a company called Omaha Bus Bench. And they're in iText too. So I paid for it in iText dollars. And I only paid $60 like cash out of like pocket. Beautiful, right? It was great. So I got 3 months of advertising on a bus bench, and not just any bus bench. This bus bench is at the intersection, is at the busiest intersection in the state, which is like, you can't get better than that. You really can't get better than that. So when I saw that bench was open, because they let you pick like where you want it to be, of course, and I saw that one, I was like, oh, I gotta get that one. So I was hoping, like, I was like, please say that this is available, please. And she told me it was, and I was like, I want it. Tell me what the price is. So it ended up coming to 750 iText dollars, and then the other 50, 60-ish was just cash. So that was great. I had to take advantage of that, because bus benches, as I learned through, discovering this, is a really affordable way to advertise. It's, it's nothing like a billboard, which can cost like $1,500, $2,000. That's probably cheap for a month. I get 3 months for $800. And I think that's their iText special. I think it's a little bit more than that, but it's still cheap compared to, those big, like, or radio station ads. Those can be really expensive too. TV ads, of course, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just testing it out and seeing what happens. I mean, I would preferably like to have like 3 of them, but I got to work within my budget right now. And so I figured if I put it at the busiest intersection in the state, then I can increase my chances as much as possible. So, hey, Cynthia, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? It's been a while since I've been on here. How you doing? So yeah, I've been doing this bus bench thing, and they just put it up like 4 days ago. They didn't even tell me. I just happened to go there, and I was like, oh, there it is. He didn't even tell me it was up. So unfortunately, though, I don't think I have a way to track the results. So I don't even know how I'm going to know if it's actually working unless I think my only option really is to just call or not call, but just keep asking people, how did you hear of me? And see if anybody says buzz bench. That would be so cool. Because if it turns out to be, like I get several calls from that over the course of the 3 months it's going to be up, then I'll do it again for another 3 months or, maybe 2 months. They let you pick that. So it's definitely not something that I think my clients would really, I don't know. I'm testing this, right? Because it didn't cost me that much to do it. But I don't know what kind of clients I'm going to draw in with a bus bench. The clients I'm going for, they're not riding the bus. But I'm just taking it as kind of like it's just exposure, just general exposure. It doesn't have to be targeted to anybody, necessarily right now. This is just an experiment. So yeah. So I've been doing a lot of stuff with that. And then I haven't been doing, it is really cool. I'm super excited about it. I'm really glad that I was able to get it. I really am. Like, I don't think I would have been able to, well, I definitely wouldn't have been able to afford it because I haven't been getting any orders. So yeah. See, and I asked that on Facebook. I asked people, I was like, does anybody even look at bus benches, when they drive by? There's so many ads out there, right? Like, you got billboards, you got the bus benches, like the chairs, and you got the newer bus, station thingies that have them on the side, and you have random, it's just so much stuff, but a couple people have said, like, yeah, I actually do look at it and I do call on them. I'm like, okay, that makes me feel better because I don't look at bus benches, so I wouldn't have known, so we'll see what happens. And I think I'm doing it at the best time of year because people are going to be able to see it for a couple months before maybe they need something. And I've been told that March is when things pick up. So by the time March rolls around, I'll be on my last month and maybe, it'll give me more exposure during that time. So I don't know. We'll just see. But anyway, so I've been getting more quotes, like a lot more quotes. It's crazy how many quotes I have gotten. Like 2 weeks ago, it was absolutely dead. I had nothing. No phones were ringing. No emails, no nothing. I was calling a few people to see, like, hey, do you need something? I checked in with my big order people and nothing. They're like, we don't need anything right now. I'm like, dang, I can't get anything. Like, what is going on? And then seriously, like maybe a week ago, like in this last week, I have been getting phone calls. I have been getting emails. People have been reaching out to me through Facebook, mostly my personal Facebook, but I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. They know that it's my company. So, but I've been getting more quotes and I'm really excited about that. And I'm not going to lie, it's a little overwhelming because I still don't feel like I have a good system in place for like tracking or like following up with people. I need a good CRM. And I tried HubSpot and I don't know. I just hate HubSpot. So my next one I think I'm going to try is Teasum. But anyway, yeah. But the phone calls I've been getting, they were from Google. So I'm super happy about that. But they've been for like, one was for one shirt and the other one was for 3 hoodies that this guy needed like in a rush. He wanted them like in 48 hours. And I was like, I don't want to do 3 hoodies, but okay. I didn't have anything. So I was like, all right, screw it. I'll do it. And I went through all the work. I got the artwork, vectorized and prepared to, get printed. I had found someone local to, print the transfers for me. So I didn't have to worry about, ordering it because it would have never made it here in time anyway. I went and bought a 3XL hoodie, I found that. And then I sent him everything. I sent him the payment link. I was like, I'm ready. And he was like, oh, you know what? We just learned that the school ordered like extra ones, even though we missed the store, the store closed, but they ordered extra for us. So we're good. Thanks. I'm like, ugh, okay. So I was a little annoyed by that, but because I was like, it wasn't in my head, it wasn't worth the like time and stress, for what it was going to give me, but I thought I'd entertain it anyway. But that's okay. That's great to get when a flash of manually activated. Oh, yes. That'd be good. I think that'd be good. This is the time to do that. Like, run Facebook ads. If you got that store popping off right now, like you opened it and it's ready to go, like, absolutely get on that. Like, Facebook, people are always on their phones, right? And Facebook is still one of the top places for people to, find new products like that. So even more so than Google. Google, I feel like, is better for like services and stuff, like the actual, like what we do, printing. But if you're doing like pre-made already, like I see a lot of those ads on Facebook, and I don't even shop on Facebook. So I think that'd be great. What are you going to sell in your Etsy store? Are you still doing tumblers? Yeah, it stressed me out so much. And I remember I hung up the phone. And in fact, this was yesterday that he called me and said, "Oh, never mind," when I went through all this. And I was like, I am never taking anything below 6 again. I broke my rule anyway. So, I mean, that happens when you break your rules sometimes. But, I was just trying to be flexible because, it's slow. So it's not going to stay that way, but just thought maybe I could do it because I knew it was associated with one of the high schools around here. It was for a wrestling. I think they're in their final season, like the tail end of their season. So they're doing like state and all that. So I thought maybe I could do it for, maybe some exposure. He might tell someone that I did it, but it didn't pan out. That's okay. I have a bunch of shirts right now and I will. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. That sounds good. Part of me really does not. Well, okay, maybe I'm just nervous about doing promotional products because I've never actually done an order that was like promotional products. In fact, that just reminded me. So I got another quote almost a week ago from a lady that I met at a networking event that I did a week ago. And she was telling me it's a company that sells tickets to games, I guess, or something like that. And so she was telling me like, oh yeah, we got, a big tailgating party that we're going to do at the College World Series. If you don't know what the College World Series is, it is a huge, huge, huge. In fact, I think it's the biggest baseball thing, at least in the US, if not the world. So people come here from all over the world to Omaha for these 2 weeks to watch these, schools play these baseball games. So it's a huge thing. It is one of the biggest money makers for the area. So they're going to be doing a tailgate and they want to pass out these koozies to people that will be using the beer garden that they'll be with or be around, and then just get their name out there. She wants 10,000 koozies. 10,000. And I was like, oh my God. Because at first she was just like, I want koozies. And I'm like, okay, cool. I've been wanting to do a koozie order. I'm thinking like, maybe it's like a couple hundred. No, she said 10,000. I was like, wow. Okay, well, I'm definitely not printing that myself. That is getting outsourced. There's no way I can handle that. Like, no way. And plus she was talking about, they're going to be tall boy koozies. And they're going to have a 2-color logo on one side and 1-color logo on the other. And I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that myself. That is going out to my partner shop. Or if I can find someone else to do it, even better. But she wants to work with me. So, and then the cool thing about her is that, the College World Series happens in June. But she wants it done in March. Because she said the last couple months, they don't want to focus on stuff like that. So she's like, I want it done early. Like, so she wants a quote. I'm giving her a quote on Monday. She gave me her budget. I met with her yesterday. She's looking to spend around 15 grand. I'm like, okay, I think I can make that happen. And she wants to have them ordered by the end of the month. So I might make a big sale at the end of this month, which is like, yay, that'll be great. Now, I learned that koozies. So I think the College World Series is like, I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't follow it like that, but I know it's June. I think she said this year it starts June 14th and then it goes on for like 2 weeks. It's just like they do like 2 games every day usually. And it may go longer than that if they like if there's a storm that, you know, it rain them out or whatever, then they'll postpone games. But yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. In fact, there's a bunch of vendors that come in and sell shirts, like just because it's such an opportunity to sell anything. And these people drink. I'm telling you, the way that these people drink is crazy. And I don't even know how they do it, but that's why she wants the koozies, because they're going to be out there just drinking beer all day for 2 weeks. So yes, koozies is the best thing. That's a great marketing tactic. So, $1.50 each. What does that come to? Hold on. Oh, shoot. So I'm gonna wrap this up super soon. But I think it comes to, yeah, about $1.50 each. That's right. I think that's right, because for me, like what I'll be paying for the printer, it's gonna be like 90 cents each. And well, see, I don't know that, because it's gonna depend on if I get them sublimated or if I get them screen printed. It's gonna be cheaper if I get them screen printed, but I think she wants, from the sounds of what she's saying, she wants it sublimated. She likes it in the fabric. So that might cost me a little more to do. And koozies, I learned, don't have much of a markup on them. You're not going to make like a ton of money off of them, but money's money, right? Like, and this is a decent sized order for me to go, okay, I'm willing to do this. It'll give me a learning experience on how to deal with that. So, and if I keep her as a customer, like, cool, I can always expect that order. So, and she says she wants like other promotional products too. They do a lot of promotional products because they sell tickets to games. Imagine that. Like, they're going to be throwing out t-shirts to the crowd and giving out free little things maybe for the kids to wave at the game, or, you know, I don't know. So they do all kinds of stuff. So that's a huge plug right there. If I can get her to stick with me. So, yeah. But I'm starting to feel more comfortable with selling, like, to people. Like, I've come up with a whole pitch and like presentation. Like, I feel like I'm more convincing when I sell to people. Like, when I tell people like why you need this, like, I feel like I'm more persuasive in that. So you can try to sell her a t-shirt shooter. Oh, Cynthia, you're so smart. You are awesome. I need to look into that. You are awesome. Thank you. In fact, there's a lady who bought the iText, like through iText, the shirts. That's exactly what she's going to use it for, is getting, you know, they're going to be shooting those out in the crowd at a hockey game, I think she said. No. Omaha Beef. It's a semi-professional football team here. So she's like, I want to, you know, do that. And I'm like, what if I could find a t-shirt shooter? Now, I don't know if she's doing it herself though. So maybe, but that's a good idea. That is a great idea. So yeah. But my next big thing right now is to just I need to become cleaner in my like presentation of my brand. I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but my sales pitch, because like this morning I went to a networking event and they put me on the spot, and I'm not really good at that sometimes. They're like, you got 1 minute to pitch your business and go. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know how to talk in a minute yet. I haven't figured that part out yet. If I had 5 minutes, I think I would have been golden. But a minute, that's a lot. Like, to put something into a minute. It's crazy. You can even rent them out if you decide to. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yes. That's a great idea. I got to write that down. Hold on. Shirt shooter. Thank you, Cynthia. That's a great idea. I'm telling you, you can make a business. You can make money all kinds of ways. It's crazy. That's a good idea. I got to look into that. So yeah, this is a short live. I just want to do like an update and tell you guys what was going on, why I've been gone so long. I thought about getting on like several times, but I've been so tired and just trying to just focus on like, and then I've been working this part-time job, which makes me tired. So by the time I'm home, I'm just kind of like, okay, I got to work on business. And then, you know, I was out of time to go to bed. So yeah. But I'll be back on here sometime. I got a lot of quotes going on. In fact, I got a job right now. I'm waiting to get I'm waiting to get a phone call so I can go pick up this check. So made a sale. Yippee. So that'll be maybe a job that I can show in the next week or two. So yeah. But until next time, guys, I'm out. Have a great weekend. Be safe with whatever you do. Enjoy your family. Relax. Blow off some steam. But don't be too crazy with it. All right, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.